kind of view these exhibitions sometimes as not the end of something, but a beginning of some sort. Like you see them for the first time sometimes, you see them out of their context, and you can think about them differently, and then you start again. The activity of spinning, which is part of a number of those pieces at the Whitney show, like the spinning room, that piece was developed about the same time that I began the early spinning tapes where I would spin. I'm in this building called the Broadway Building, and it's a building that USC had that they gave students, graduate students, and it was a completely empty building, and I was the only graduate student that actually took, the rest of them stayed in the studio down by the campus. I moved up to this Broadway building, which is like 7 floors, and it was the induction center for World War II in Vietnam. And it was a 7-story building completely empty, and I had this whole building to do whatever I wanted in. I think it's called face painting white line. I don't remember how the idea came to me. You spend your time in a kind of ball of ideas or something, and maybe it comes to you all at once, or maybe you get a glimmer and then you develop an idea. This one, I had done, just prior to this, I'd whipped a wall with paint. The paint was a combination of motor oil and paint. Although I think I really wanted to paint the whole window black. I didn't go that far. That was a plan, but it didn't happen. Ran out of paint, and that was it. I didn't go back and finish it. The window stayed like that for years. And the tapes were sort of, in the beginning, were very much about me as the artist, just using whatever in the room, the architecture, the doors, very minimal. With pieces like in Sailor's Mead, I cover my head with like tape or butter or something. Like the first thing that happens is to cover the face. Where the other ones where I'm spinning, it's me, Paul McCarthy, making an artwork. You see my face. It's clear who I am. And these other ones, the persona happens, and the persona usually started with a kind of mask or some sort of costume. I was kind of a class clown, and so there was always a sort of performative doing like a kind of making people laugh or something like that, when I was in school.